This is your daily market review for Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max, GDXJ Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. Amazing week so far, and it's only end of Tuesday. Congratulations to folks who've been following the trades. I know you guys are doing really well. Took some shorts today, posted those, did pretty well. Covered our oil shorts, looking to add after the OPEC meeting, which is tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow sometime, I think overnight. Either way, just be watching oil. And yeah, I mean, some of the tech shorts, some of the FedEx, Caterpillar, some of these things looking pretty good. Again, trade around your positions. Don't be surprised at any point if there's a pop. Do not chase the action and short it at the lows. That's suicidal. There are pops in between. Again, I think this market could go much lower, and we'll talk about why, the evidence, and stick around for more information. I promise it's well worth it. If you want to join the Discord room and get involved, learn, grow, please, for the love of God. Not for the love of God, just use the link below. It is easy. Discord room. It's not rocket science. New to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do tons of live chats, doing one almost every day now. Why not, right? It'll give you the notification. Come check it out. Talked about some of the trades we're doing today. Awesome. Also, check out Twitter. If you're not in the Discord room, post a lot of the trades. Ding, 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 ding. Win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. Yep. I didn't post the FedEx one. I forgot to, but whatever. Just is what it is. If you want to check out the website, thetradingagent.com. Also, it's everything that we talk about and more. Back to Basics education series is on there. It's awesome. Check out the markets link. It's actually 5.4%. And also, too, if you're worried about your brokerage going out of business, which you should be because some of these brokers, Schwab, use the referral link below. Again, jump in. Don't get your money stuck. If they're one of those brokerages that goes out of business, do not be surprised if your assets get frozen. You get puts, calls, stock. They could wipe you out. FedWatch tool looking like a pause in November. Not surprised. Bitcoin. Yikes. I don't like this formation. Takes out some range highs and then gives it all back immediately. Ugly. Oil we talked about, shorting up here. Congrats. Now it's holding support near term. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets back into the 90, 91 area. Then I would look to add back Suertos. Suertos. I like that. Shortos. Natural gas. Yawn. Don't even play it. Again, I just think seasonally it's just stuck. I mean, there's too much demand destruction and other stuff. Natural gas, if they're burning it off, that means there's too much of a glut. The dollar, as we've said, please do not short this. We have no clue what's going on other than other countries might be in worse off positions than us, and everybody who's calling for the demise of the US dollar has been wrong every time. Again, we've said in history, typically you have the blow off top before the failure. Well, we are in some blow off top kind of situation. TLT. Oh, new money, new month. No way. Looks like banks holding this stuff are just getting killed, holding any bonds as interest rates go up. Because remember, as the yields rise, the value of lower interest bonds lose their value. Catching the falling knife again. Sometimes we talk about shorting highs and lows, and it makes sense. I just think there's better trades out there. If you want to play with the TLT, be careful. Just be careful. Again, I don't know how high bond rates will go. I just don't know. The VIX, I have my thoughts, but I just don't know. We talked about holding around the 200-day, makes new highs, looking good. The VIX, up a whopping 10% today. Time for the breakout, maybe. Again, keep an eye on it. Something's coming. Market knows something's cooking. SPY, we talked about, people said, oh, it's holding the EMA. And then we talked about there's going to be a bounce. Hit the 8-10-day perfectly. New lows. Now, again, everyone thinks we're going to hold the 200-day. Keep in mind, the market value on the last, weakness. I mean, we tried to find value you can see in this area down around 400, right? But interest rates were half where they are now. The fair value of the market, not anywhere near here. So I would not be surprised if we bounced a little bit, but also wouldn't be surprised if we absolutely crushed. QQQ, again, we talked about it. Pro gap, chopping around, 100-day. Adios, amigos. IWM typically leads. What has it been telling you? Run. Now, again, could we bounce here? It's always possible. It's just, I mean, just the market. If you haven't taken profits like we told you, then your profits are getting taken. Talked about the Dow filing up here. Looks like rough seas ahead. Again, I mean, just don't get mad at me if tomorrow the market rallies. Oh, it did drop. And it's like, well, again, not every direction one day. Not every day is not one direction. Maybe that's the one to say it. Gold, we told you to leave it alone. Been saying for a while. Again, gold is a liquidity proxy. Ouch. Now, again, maybe these things are due to bounce because they're oversold. Again, I just wouldn't play in this pool. I would just not play in these pools. Again, we've talked about the best time to buy this stuff is when the Feds pivot. I say it every video. People ask me, say no. GDX, again, the miners are leading, making new lows. They don't look good. GDXJ, same thing. These names will get absolutely crushed in a credit crisis or some sort of global issue. Just telling you that's always what happens. As much as you want to go diving in the dumpster for these things, and they make sense, they're cheap, they could get cheaper. AG, I mean, we liked it at 5 many months ago, but now I can't touch it. AEM, making new lows, maybe a novice cap. Again, these could chop around. Newmont, the leader, right? How's that looking? Oh, gosh. Making new lows. Ugly. Ugly. Look at this. Making much lower. I mean, not much lower, but making lower lows. Hey, caramba. Pass, we said. Pass on it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. With these numbers, again, we have no clue what the final price will be. Because remember, when the market gets emotional, they throw the baby out with the bathwater. Everything gets torched. Does this make sense? Taiwan Semi, we talked about it bouncing. This is going lower. This is a huge risk. People don't want to buy this. Posted this short, said, hey, if we touch the 69s again, 2-day range, look at that. Zip, bow, comes right back under 68. In time, we'll make lower lows. We'll probably get to the 200-day, maybe even down to 60 before you know it. If you shorted this, high five to you, AMD. Again, another bounce and fail. We talked about shorting up here, said we probably could hold. Okay, again, don't bring a ruler. Gets close. NVIDIA, I hope, again, leave a message below if you're taking any of these trades. I'd love to hear from people. We said watch for the bounce from the 100-day. Said watch the 20-50-day cross. 2-day range. If you shorted up here, great. If you have bullets to fire, it could maybe touch the channel. Who knows? If it doesn't, even better for the shorts. It looks pretty engulfish today, right? Eating up prior days. Up. Intel, look at that. Hits the 20-day. Doink. We told you to short the channel high. People got mad at me. I got a lot of flack on this. I was like, why? This is Intel. I mean, it just went from 24, 22, whatever the lows were, 23, 24, up to 40. And you're going to get greedy? This company is, ugh. SMH, we talked about semis. It depends on commodity. Talked about the bounce up to the 20-day, holding the channel. Uh-oh. Look out below. Adobe. Talked about shorting post earnings on the professional gap. Said any test up here. Well, it got up there, 420s. Looks like we're coming right back down. Apple. Put the short on yesterday. Trading around the position a little bit today, just because if it pops again, we'll add more. If not, let it ride. I think we're going below the 200-day, just like we went below the 100-day. People will start screaming, it's over, and then it'll rally. And then we'll short it later. Maybe even hedge you go long. I don't know. Maybe not. But just take a break. Go fishing, like Livermore. Amazon, we said this would get wrecked up here. You're welcome. Talked about once it broke the 100-day, don't be surprised it back-tested and an old channel. Look at them apples. Looks like it's CRM. He said the short post earnings, we thought this was a pop and flop. Yeah. Well, now you're at the 200 level. Now, again, could it base here? Maybe. Guggenheim. Talked about it riding the lightning up. Professional gap down. Fills the gap, actually. But struggling at the 20-day. Looks pretty obvious to me. Showed it on the 20. Now, again, don't chase. Meta. This is frustratingly holding up. But this is the more it holds up, the bigger the base. When it fails, it will fail. I know folks who are putting shorts on. I don't blame you. Just tighten them up, define your risk, give yourself as much time as you need, and when you're done, take the profits. Microsoft thought it might bounce a little higher. Nope. It's just hard to say. I mean, exactly what, that's why I say don't bring a ruler for trading. NDAQ, we said once it broke this trend, kapow. Look at it. MicroStrategy. Talked about bouncing a little bit with Bitcoin. Look, it hit the 100-day. We talked about the 100-day being really, 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 really important. Now, again, it can go above and below it temporarily, but it seems to be the tractor beam and then fail. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Netflix, if you shorted this in the 450 area. Wait, wow, did it really get up to 394? Okay, well, that's a gift. Someone took that crap. If it gets back up there, fade Roblox, leave it alone. I mean, we talked about it here. Maybe coming down low 20s before it's a deal. Tesla. This one's interesting to me. Any pop now seems suspect. I mean, if you see the 20-day, I think it's shorts. And then when you break the channel, it's game over. Any questions, thoughts, concerns? Exactly. No. Letter X. Buyout target, leave it alone. Nucor. Talked about shorting the pop on this. I mean, man, if it gets back to the 20-day, I'd like it. Because, again, I don't mind a little chop base before the next drop. Caterpillar, we have a nice short on this. Again, waiting for it to break. It is just sitting on the verge of doing it. Added FedEx to the roster today. Shorted 265. Did not get the highs, but started watching and going, man, if it fills this gap this morning, I might take a stab. I mean, it's been on fire. It has been on fire. Again, define your risk, know your levels, hit your stops if needed. Let it run if it runs. VALE, global growth name, going nowhere. Copper. Now, a lot of people said, oh, I'll buy Arrow at 15. I said, I wouldn't say buy anything for certain because, again, the VIX is barely at 20 and copper is now getting crapped. So I don't know how low it could go. It could go down to 12. Maybe it could go back to where it started in the 8s. Either way, leave it alone. CCJ, we said leave it alone, but then when it double topped, we said it's probably likely this is the retest. Remember, we talk about traps. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, don't bring a ruler. Kabow! Looking like top. Again, all commodity. They're the baby out with the bathwater. We love ag names, right? People got to eat. Come on down. Just be patient. Be patient, please. Be patient. Do not feel like you have to catch these because, again, at some point, when the market implodes, explodes, whatever you want to call it, people will be throwing everything away. They will be dumping your favorite names. And they will come at such discounts that you'll be like, thank God I listened to this guy and just waited for them. Waited. That's all you had to do. NTR, here you go. Zzz, bow. AA, again, I know Sam bought this. Hopefully, again, this is why I'm like struggling with people long. I'm like, you better be very quick and hope you don't run into backdrafts. Here it comes right back in. We like this stuff long term, but I can't buy it now and sit here and go, it's the best trade. I'd rather short than go long. Is this crystal clear? And again, short on pops, not just shorting to short. Please do not twist my words. People are like, oh, you're short all the time. I'm like, no. We trade around our positions, but we also have what? Discipline. We don't just jump in. XLF, once we talked about breaking the channel, goodbye. JP Morgan. Oof, better hold the 200-day or that thing's busted. You're welcome. Morgan Stanley, we said this thing was a piece of junk, but it would bounce, hit the 200-day, and then here it comes. Zoo, bow. Keep in mind they have earnings coming up, but who knows? I mean, this could be terrible. Goldman, uh-oh. Breaking the channel, uh-oh. We talked about it, and here you go. Professional gap. If you shorted today, again, I wouldn't recommend typically chasing, but I mean, define your risk. But it looks like a professional gap start. Like everybody's been watching this channel and it broke. TV cracked. I mean, I guess everyone's giving up. They should. KRE looks bad. XLI again, a growth name, small caps. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Making new lows. It looks terrible. Terrible. I know some folks are taking Airbnb, getting the shout out, Jay Solstice and friends. Kapow, broke the 100-day. See you later. See you back at the channel. And 200-day before you know it. Right? IYT, we talked about industrials lead. Look at this. Yikes, if we break 228, game over. All right, got a lot of flack for a long time that solar was the future. I was like, the solar was the future. No, again, there will be solar around, but these stocks were priced at crazy levels. If you shorted the 200-day, I mean, you were literally just dancing on these things. Sedgerton, again, CEO buys shares to try to prop it up after selling a ton up in the 300s. Makes new lows. Nobody cares. ENPH, or no, it's ENPH CEO. Whatever, same thing. Doesn't matter. These are heading lower. First Solar, we said once it broke the 170, your game on. Talked about this trap. Talked about this trap. Now, again, some of these names could be considered oversold, but what's oversold in a panic sell? You don't know. Look at corporate debt. Zzz, not looking good. Oil, waiting for the bounce here, right? Today. Not surprised, little maybe doji, left, right, like a little doji, then come back up to the 8-day. I mean, any 80, 81 area, holler. That's what I'd be watching. 80, 81. Again, could we retest the highs? That is always possible. So have that in the back of your mind. Like there's no like magic formula. I mean, you could try to watch the intraday charts to pick the top, but I mean, at 81, 82, 80, I mean, I don't know. Just any pop and give yourself time and define your risk. Don't just sit there and go, well, I shorted oil and it just didn't do what it said and I blame Dan. No. Do not blame anyone other tthan yourself always. UNG, go nowhere. XOP, again, we like this. On the short, we talked about it. The bounce, talked about that failure. That was pretty solid bounce. Making new lows. Man, you would love to see it 145. I think you could pull the trigger on that. ExxonMobil, if you took profits last 2 days in the 114s, high five to you. I mean, if yesterday was actually the better day, but either way, expecting to bounce, looking to short. Valero, I'm adding some names on here just to be a little quicker. breaks the trend, fractional gap. Again, any bounce, it looks like it's game on. MPC, this one was rather frustrating for folks. I get it. Then when it breaks, it breaks. And now, I mean, maybe it's due for a little bounce. All these names. Occidental. Oh, excuse me. Talked about the Buffett sell call zone. Here it comes back to the 200-day. Again, could it bounce? I mean, I hope they do. PXD. Talked about popping up to the 50-20 day. Back at the lows. Just holding on. EQT. 44 area, we said that was probably going to fail. Goodbye. Now it's just chopping around. Flex LNG. Love it. Oh, come on. Flex LNG. Love it. Come on down. This has a great yield. Love to see this thing down in the 20 range. All right. If you're new to the channel, again, appreciate all the love. Sorry, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, join the Discord room, subscribe on all the platforms. I'm telling you, it's well worth it. We're always trying to keep people informed. If you're looking to grow, here to help. Appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. If you want to make a donation, link is in the description below. Again, if you invest in this channel, I will invest in you. I want to see people win. This is not, as people know, trading is easy. Learning to trade is hard. That's the problem here. So if you want to get educated, hit me up. Also, too, if you have any real estate needs, please do not hesitate to reach out. At worst, I will give you some free advice. Calendly link below, 30-minute chat with me, always available if possible, for my friends and the folks involved in this channel. Love you guys. You guys know it. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.